Have you ever had a challenge, an obstacle, a failure? Well, if you did, your brain was learning the entire time. Our brain's job is to keep us safe. And to do that, we take in data constantly and we draw conclusions. And we use that data and those conclusions to control the situation so that we don't have to have a repeat of some negative outcome. But the problem is that our brains don't always track the right data, and they certainly don't always make the right conclusion. Let me give you an example. Imagine it's the first day of that job that you dreamt of. And as you walk in, you see that you are scheduled for a meeting with the whole team. And so you go, this is your chance to show them that they made the right decision in hiring you. And you sit and you listen, and finally, your opportunity comes. You have an opinion, something to contribute, and so you do. And after you speak, all of your coworkers look at you and snap their attention back to the boss. And the boss just glares at you for a moment and finally says, interesting. Why did you do that? Oh, what a disaster. Clearly your coworkers are judging you. They don't think you did the right thing and your boss is totally unimpressed. Oh, you will never make that mistake again. Except maybe your coworkers were just startled. They hadn't heard your voice before and they were wondering who it was. And your boss, it turns out that her highest form of praise is to say, interesting. How are you to know? But you took in that data, drew that conclusion, and now you're not going to speak up in meetings again. The very thing they hired you to do, the very avenue for your success, and you're not going to take it because you became hyper vigilant. Is it good to think ahead and to plan for things and to have extra available? Of course it is. But when that preparation takes on the characteristics of hypervigilance, focusing entirely on adversity and on preventing and controlling, that's when you are actually inviting. Because when your focus is only on what could go wrong, that is the only thing you can see, which means it's probably the only thing you can create. And that's a problem. You see, hypervigilance, the vigilance paradox, is a function of insufficiency. It's really a form of I'm not enough. I don't believe that if problem comes, I'll be able to handle it. I'm not strong enough. I'm not resilient enough. I'm not clever enough. And so I'm going to create protection now to keep myself out of that dangerous situation that I think I can't handle. But you can handle it. You have everything you need. And by preparing for everything that's going wrong, you are not taking advantage of preparing for everything that could go right. So what can you do to start to shift that vigilance paradox? Ask yourself some questions. What is the worst thing that could happen? And indulge in that terrible negative fantasy and then step back and say, well, wait, what's the worst thing that's likely to happen? And what if the best thing happened? And what could I be doing to prepare for the best thing? Shifting your mindset is critically important. Make a list. List all of your assets, your incredible skills and talents, the lessons you've learned from overcoming adversity in the past, the amazing people that are in your circle. You can utilize that list of things, that list of assets to move you in the right direction. Thinking only about adversity may feel like you're building yourself a bridge to escape, but in fact, you're building a bridge over which adversity will march, just like in the quote. I don't want to build those kind of bridges. The bridges I want to build are bridges between people and bridges into the future we all want.